Hey everyone, it's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing some lip swatches and swatches of the brand new liquid lipsticks from Morphe. I was really interested to see when these came out because over the last year Morphe has been branching out and doing things other than eyeshadow palettes. So I was excited to see that they came out with a whole collection of liquid lipsticks, so I figured for $12.99 I had to give it a chance. So I picked up 3 of these shades, so let me go ahead and give you guys some information from Morphe's website. Obviously, you can purchase them on Morphe.com as well as purchase them in stores, but for me, I did order mine online. So like I said, these retail for $12.99 and you get a total of 5 grams or 0.17 ounces in here, so that is pretty comparable to some of the competitors, but a little bit smaller. So Jouer is around 0.21 and I think the Too Faced melted liquid lipsticks are around 0.23, so a little bit smaller but still bigger than like Stila and Anastasia Beverly Hills. Those are around the 0.1 and 0.11 ounces. So it's kind of in the middle range as far as size with lots of its competitors, but for $12.99, so a fraction of the cost. It says, with a velvety matte texture and colors that range from darling to dangerous, the Morphe liquid lipsticks are a liquid lip lover's dream. The 22 colors includes nude, plums, reds, and vibrant shades, which of course I went with more of the nudie, pinky, rose shades. The liquid cream formula goes on smooth and dries down to an even finish that's completely comfortable and wears strong for hours without touch-ups. So during this video right now, you will be seeing like the lip swatches going on. I currently have on the shade Unsettled. Now I will say that no matter what the color is, now I only have 3 out of the 22, but I would assume it's probably the same thing. They do dry down darker than what they seem inside the packaging. I have that happen most of the time with Stila and with Too Faced. My Ofra and like the Balm, those liquid lipsticks don't do it, but Stila definitely does that all the time where they dry down darker than how they seem in the packaging. And this is the same way, not too dark, but definitely like this looks much more vibrant than it is on my lips. It's a tad darker. Sasha definitely dries down a little bit darker, so just keep that in mind. But they do have lip swatches online of all the shades on Morphe's website, which I found really helpful. So as far as the claims it makes, it says it's a liquid cream formula that goes on smooth. It does apply really smoothly. So I find that when you pull out the wand right here, it actually has a ton of product on here that you don't actually need that much product. So I will actually wipe a lot of that away and then outline my lips and then go back in and pick up that product I wiped off to fill them in. That way it doesn't get all over the place. But really pulling it out once, that amount of product that's on there is all you need for one application. You don't have to go back in dipping, and it goes on really opaque. I find that once you outline them, you just have to go across once and they're this opaque right here. I find that they're not as liquidy as Stila, and they're very similar to, I'd say, like an Ofra liquid lipstick. That one's a little bit of a creamier formula. That's how these Morphe ones are. Some of the other claims it says are dries down to an even finish. It does dry down perfectly. This is exactly how I had it and then it dried. It does stay like a little sticky or tacky where your lips will kind of be stuck together when you go like that for maybe like 3 to 5 minutes. They are kiss proof and nothing comes off on the hand. I also love the fact that these don't feather. And what I mean by feathering is where it starts to ball up, it typically happens in the creases and in the corners really badly. These don't do that whatsoever. And then last, they say they are completely comfortable and wear strong for hours without touch-up. So like I said, they take a little bit longer to completely dry down, around that 3 to 5 minute mark, depending on how much product you put on your lips. They do dry down really comfortably and I can't really feel them. They are not drying whatsoever. I have not had to put on any kind of primer underneath for them to be comfortable. A lot of the time I'll put on my MAC Prep and Prime for the lips to make things a little bit more comfortable and to make them look more smooth on my lips and not cracked, and I don't find that I have to do that with these. Now as far as the wear time goes, I'd say they do have a little bit of the shorter end of the wear time. They are around the 4 to 5 hour mark. I can drink coffee in the morning and they don't wear down that easily. It's when I start eating that they start to wear down. So I'd say with drinking, they have about a 4 to 5 hour really comfortable wear time. And then after you eat, they start to disintegrate a little bit. They're not completely gone. You can see it on the perimeters, but it starts to definitely disintegrate in the center part of it, your lips, the fastest after eating, and then you would need to reapply. However, I will say with those darker or brighter shades like the 2 that I have, which are Unsettled and Vanity, they actually stain your lips pretty well. So when I wore Vanity, I actually left work and it had been probably like 10 hours and it was still on my lips. Like you could still see the color even though the actual product had started to really fade. The actual color was still there. So they do stain your lips with those darker shades. I didn't find that to be the case with Sasha, but with the two pinky darker nude shades, they definitely do stain your lips. So at least when they start to fade, you do still have some color there. There's just no longer any actual liquid lipstick. So even though it's a shorter wear time, at least some of those shades will stain your lips and there is some color at least. So there's a little bit of a pro and con to that. But overall, these are very comfortable. I was really impressed with how comfortable they are because liquid lipsticks can be drying really quickly. And I feel like a lot of new liquid lipsticks coming out lately have been a very drying formula, or the formula where your lips start to look really old and aged and wrinkly. And I find that these didn't actually do that, and I didn't need a primer to smooth them out. So overall, I thought they were comfortable. I thought they were pigmented and really opaque. The only downside is I do find that they had a little bit of a shorter wear time compared to some other liquid lipsticks like my Jouer ones, for example. So overall, these are like it. I think for $12.99, they are really good value for the size you get. Really good pigmentation, and you're just going to have to reapply them a little bit more. But overall, I was really impressed, and I really did enjoy these. So I hope you guys enjoyed the quick review and seeing some lip swatches and hand swatches of the new Morphe liquid lipsticks. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!